Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. Just thought I would pop the camera on while I'm doing some arting. I decided to do some more magazine collage, haven't done any in ages. Been watching a YouTuber, I'll link her channel below. I believe it's Tara, her name is. She's an American, and she's been doing what we call a one magazine challenge. So she takes one magazine, been grabbing some from my local library for 10 cents. My local library moved to on the way home from my house to the post office and supermarket, and they usually have a table or a trolley outside with books. Books are usually 50 cents, which is great. They'll put magazines out for 10 for $1. So I grabbed quite a few of them. In the op shops, they're usually 50 cents, and they're getting harder to find. The ones I really like the Marie Claire and the more high fashion ones are really hard to find in the op shops. So I grabbed a whole bunch from my library and dragged them home with the groceries. So I thought I'd do a one magazine challenge. Now this magazine is from December 2019. So it looks like my library put them out after a year or year and a half. So I'm going to do an A4 size collage. So this is a craft A4 size book. I believe I got this from Craft. I don't know what the branding is, but I bought this when my daughter and I were in Melbourne, and these come from travel brochures. So we're doing some collaging in the motel. Some I finished, some I haven't. This was using punches that we also picked up at a craft show when we were there. This is the last one I did with all the line work and stuff. I may go back and do line work on these. I'm just not sure. These ones definitely need some outlining and stuff. And maybe some line work up here, but I do like it. This is Marilyn Monroe. We had Marilyn Monroe exhibition in our town a few years ago. So these are a few years old. This one I still need to do something up here. So some of them I'm not entirely happy with. I love the crab on the head. Obviously I put the waist over here. I'm going to do something with it. The light is terrible with their magazines because they're glossy. So this was a bit of a simple one. I may go and outline all these. I don't know. This one's a bit unfinished. This one definitely needs some outlining and a bit of a neck because it looks like her head's floating. But I like the crown I made with the punches. I must find those punches again there somewhere. But I really do like this one. So I thought this one was from a magazine challenge where you randomly picked 5 magazine pages from, I generated 5 random numbers from a number generator and only use those 5 pages. But this time I'm going to do a full page. At the moment with this book, I'm only working on this right-hand side. I'll probably go back and fill in these. I like the rings, but sometimes it's a bit hard to do a double spread. I usually like double spreads, so I don't know. Maybe I'll turn the book around this way and do long ones when it comes to this, because this is really hard to sometimes work on when I'm doing bird doodling and stuff and my hand is this side. Don't know. So I like the craft background. I may get out some paints and do something in the background. I may not, but let's just going to use this to prop it up. Let's have a look through the magazine. So I just grabbed this one. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's find some pages. You may hear me yell. Oh, that's pretty. You may hear me yell at the bunnies. They are out. I'm trying to get rid of that glare. Is that, oh, now it glares somewhere else. Oh my God, I can't win. If I hold up like this, we might not get any glare. So I don't know. I'm looking for like a focal image and then maybe some border bits. Oh, I like this. We'll go with this. That'll make a really cool body. Yeah, let's go with that. Why not? Ooh, do I want to... Oh, if I carefully cut, I can probably preserve that image. The problem with magazines is I cut quite close to this. Usually tear the whole page out. I'm wanting to preserve the back image. And you'll notice I've got a wrap on my wrist. Long story short, I killed my wrist again. Long story short, I killed it when I was 18 and 19, I think I was, on a 4-wheel farm bike, and every now and again I set the damn thing off. I set it off by cooking something the other day. So we've got this for, let's say, a body, so I need a head and maybe some legs and maybe some bits to go around the border. This lady does lots of square things around the border with all different colours and patterns. Oh, this one's got lots of colours in it. I haven't even looked through this magazine yet. A head. Do I like that head? Ooh, I really like that. See, I don't like using magazines because I can't decide. Oh, they're really cool, these. Can't decide, and that's really, can't decide what page I want, so I'm getting distracted. So I really like those legs. They'll be really cool. And that doesn't have much on it. So let's just tear that out. So what I'll do is probably get my main images out. I'll turn the camera off while I'm fussy cutting them out because you don't need to see me fussy cut. So I will cut out a lot of the repetitive stuff. So now I've got legs. I need a head. And something. Oh, that's a cute head. But it's probably going to be too big for my book. By the time I put in a head and legs, and this is quite tall. Didn't think this through, did I? Okay. Maybe I have to go get a bigger book if I'm going to do this. I've got a book that is 2 pages upways, like long and skinny. So I may, because I can't put a head on that. Okay, let's keep looking and then I'll decide. Stick that back up there. I'm trying to raise the book up a bit so you don't get the glare. I do like that head though, so let me grab that head. I usually go through the magazines and pull out what I like, and I'm going to start putting stuff in these clear Ziploc pouches that I bought. Don't know where they are at the moment. They're like Ziploc bags, and I put like all my heads and all my legs in different Ziploc bags. So I've got sort of a head. So I find a different head, but any head is going to be small. Looking for some words or maybe something to go with it. I don't know, it looks Wonder World. Wonder World. Oh, I like this. I like her too. That hasn't got much on it, so I'll pull that out. I might use that wording, Wonder World. That would be really cool. Love the line. Got to use the line in something. So now I'm looking. Oh wow. Where are her legs gone? She looks like she's. Oh, I do like the blue face. This magazine's got some cool stuff in it. Oh, that's really cool. So we've got legs, we've got a body, we've got a wording. I need, still looking for a head. I like the idea of a big head, but then it won't fit in the page. So maybe it'll have to be, cut some of that body off or something. Let's keep looking. Feel free to skip ahead until I come and start to stick them on. But I thought it's fun for beginners to look at our thought process of what is going through our head when we're looking at magazine images. That's really cool. I like that image. Don't know about the person, but I like the image around it. And I do want some. All those flowers are going to be a pain out on the bottom to fussy cut out. But they might go cool on the edge. I might cut them out into rectangles and put them on the edge. What's on the back there? Not much. So that'll actually tie in with the colourings I've got. Oh, I love this. Can't wait to use some of this. The day in the life of an artist. That's cool. Use that on something different. Actually, looking for some. Oh, these would be cool to do something with. Cut out the inside circle. Looking for some cool arms. If I can find some cool arms, probably not. And looking for some more that sort of coloury, flowery bit. Oh, I wonder if I could use that because that's not a really good image to use. Maybe I can use some of this dress and this dress around the border. Let's do that. And let's see if we can find some more textury bits in the black and white or the yellow. Kind of like that. I don't tend to like to take images that I sort of like to use as a full image to cut up. I know I've probably got way too many magazines I probably could, but ooh, they're sort of cool arms. Cool arms. A lot of these dresses overlap each other, which then makes them really hard to use. Or they've got wording on them, but I can always go in and but I do love those arms. So I don't know what else we need. We've got arms, we've got border bits, words, I like that head, I like this body, I like those legs. So I think we've just got out everything. Oh, I love this shoe. I love fashion magazines for different things. You can find some really cool stuff in them to use for collage. Oh, another big shoe. A lot of this stuff's hard to use because it's smaller. Some of these would be good as hats. But again, sometimes they're overlapped, so they're really hard to cut out. Love the lips. I think we might get him started. I can always come back. Oh, some beautiful big faces in this one. I haven't even looked at any of these magazines I got from the library the other day. I just saw the titles at the front and grabbed them. For 10 cents, I couldn't leave them behind. I might do a haul of the ones I got. That's flowers. It's the wrong colour. Might do a haul of the magazines I got because I got some really cool ones that you may not think to get for collaging. I definitely like these fashion ones. Marie, Claire, Bazaar. I don't think Bazaar do it anymore. In Style. Ooh, look at the yummy lollipops. Okay. Okay, let's go with what we've got. Oh, another lion. She looks so surly. Let's put the magazine aside. Put it down there. Let me go and just had something flash up on my screen saying my computer's not running properly. This is when I film videos for some reason. Maybe I've got too many windows opened. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell me. I don't know. Computers, half the time I don't like them. So I'm going to go fussy cut these out. Don't need to. So I'm going to fussy cut the legs. That's my body. Got my head. I'll use that as a head. I might go back and find some different eyes. Got my words. Got those. I've got arms. And these for a border. And I had black. Oh, I had that for a border as well. So I will cut all that out and then I will be back. Because you don't need to see me fussy cutting stuff out. That's a bit boring. And I will be back. So I've been fussy cutting. I didn't fussy cut this any further because I might use the words this way or I might cut them into blocks and use them the other way. I cut some of the flowers and the floral designs for the border bits. Cut out her legs. I was having a bit of a play around. This set of arms was actually on the back of, I think it was on the back of her head. When I cut the head off, and it had the neck and the necklace, so I kind of like that. These are the arms I originally got. I left this handbag on, but I think it looks weird. I don't know how I'm going to put it together. Let's have a bit of a play. And I cut the legs. I usually cut the legs with a bit of extra stuff because then I can tuck them up under stuff. Those aside for now. Put the borders up there. So this I definitely want to use as a body and a head. I don't know what this will look like. Oh, maybe I only use half the jar. I could save that other bit for something else. Oh, I'm liking that. Then I might get some eyes to give her some bigger eyes. I rounded her arms were cut off by sort of the advertisement, so I round them. They're a different colour, but I'm going to do some pen work on them. Actually, I think I'm liking that. Let's just go with it and stick it down. My hand is quite sore after fussy cutting. Twisting the bit of paper is not fun with my left hand at the moment. So the pieces are underneath. So maybe I want to do the border first because these might loop over the border. So we've got those pieces. These pieces I've cut out will go into my little containers of stuff. And before I get rid of the sheet that I cut from, I cut anything out I want and then I can use it as well. So this will be cool to go in my pre-cut stuff. Now, sort of want to use this, and there's another one of these as a bit of a focal image. And I know these aren't cut particularly straight, but maybe I want to put this one down here. Do I want to just go down the sides, or do I have enough to go across? I can probably cut some of these skinnier because I don't need them as wide. So this one could probably be made skinnier. So I could cut these in a paper trimmer, but I can't be bothered to get my paper trimmer out. So I'll cut this one down a bit. So I like having the borders all different sizes coming in at different points. They don't always have to be the same size. So I might do a skinnier bit of this one. I'll probably end up doing some stenciling or something over these pattern papers, or I might leave them, I don't know yet. Wish I had some more of this black one, but I didn't. It was only a little bit on the back of that paper. That's right, we can make this work. This will be covered up by the person. I'm probably not going to use the legs. Oops, I've got something popped up on my computer. I don't want that, can go there, and this one can be snipped off. Probably won't keep a piece that big. I've started a little envelope for that bit. I'll probably keep. Maybe I won't. For coloured bits and stuff, because I really like the way this lady that I've been watching does stuff. Okay, let's stick that down. So I'm going to stick that all down. I won't make you watch me stick it all down. I'll pause the video. Just going to use a Yoo-Hoo glue stick. I don't want to use like a gel medium or anything to put over the top. So Yoo-Hoo glue stick usually sticks paper to paper. If I've got paint or anything on this, I'll have to go to the matte gel medium. Back in a moment. Okay, so I've stuck all the border pieces around. Sorry about the glare. There's not much I can do about it. These magazine pages are shiny. Oh, I just noticed a bit I didn't glue down. What I also did was trim off around the edges, because when I'm gluing on, I sometimes glue over the edge of the page and then just trim it back. When I started gluing, I noticed I have left a little bit of a gap between the pieces because some of my pieces were a bit small, so then I continued that all the way around, and I'm going to get a black marker or a coloured marker, and usually I draw around the pieces, so I'm just going to add a bit of colour in between them, and it'll add the design issue, or add a design element. It's getting quite late here. I'll see how much I get done tonight. Whoops! Nearly ripped her arm off. That would have been a disaster. So next, I want to stick this on. And I was thinking before, I want to give her some funky hair. And I also want to find some eyes. So I like how she's touching the border. I like my things to be grounded. So I sort of got the background in here, and I'll either do some writing in it or I'll do some stenciling, just some outlining. And I like how she's touching the border down the bottom. Sort of brings her into the foreground as well. And she's touching the edges. So I think I'm happy with her at the moment. Let's just glue her down. And then I want to add some different eyes to her just to do something different. So you just want to make sure when you're gluing, you want to do right to the edge. I shouldn't be gluing on top of my page, but oh well. And also glue what's underneath. So obviously this body is underneath these arms, and then the head is sort of on top of the neck. So you have to glue them in order. This one I might glue off to the side because it's a bit thinner. I've got to be careful with the fingers. I don't want to rip them off. So I am using Yoo-Hoo glue stick. Usually I just grab any old glue stick that I can that is cheap. Whoops! It's not what I wanted to do. Crud. But Yoo-Hoo glue sticks were cheap at the start of the year. For back to school, I think I got them for like $1 a piece. I find gluing paper to paper, just about any glue stick works. But when I'm gluing or wanting to glue paper over like paint or matte gel medium, if I've done a different background, then I have to use gel medium or a different glue stick. Sometimes if there's a bit of resin or something in the paint, it doesn't like to glue on top of it. So I'm just pressing that down. Oh, nearly ripped both arms. Jesus. It's not fun having one hand that doesn't really want to function that well. Every time I want to press something down with my hand, it hurts like hell. Just set off some arthritis in it, and it will be good in a couple of days. I reset it off this morning. Silly me decided to have a healthy breakfast and eat with a knife and a fork. See, it doesn't pay to eat healthy. It's a bit blob of glue keeps wanting to go everywhere. Let's put that big blob of glue on her head and squish it all around and get rid of it. So I picked up glue sticks from Aldi, I picked up glue sticks from Kmart Reject Shop. I just grab them whenever I'm out and about and can get them around $1 each for the big ones. Because I tend to go through quite a lot when I'm gluing. I need some glue under. You can see that bit of her arm is sticking up. I'm going to take a bit of glue on my finger and hopefully get it under there without. Let's just, oh my god, let's just tear the whole damn thing up. Didn't do a very good job of getting glue on anything, did I? Just before I glue them down backwards, let's stick them back over. As I said, I'm having issues with my hand, but I still want to craft. So what I do want to wait is a few hours for this glue to cure before I go and take any pen work over to the top of it. What I want to do is grab some different eyes from the magazine. So let's go back to our magazine that I threw somewhere. Put that up there just to dry a bit. So there were some big heads in here. They were towards the back. So I just want a bigger pair of eyes. Oh, I could put tiger eyes, but I really want to use the tiger all together. Okay, not tiger eyes. And that one's not a real good tiger eye one. I think those faces at the back. Maybe, maybe not. I think there's big faces in here, I can remember. Or maybe I can put a swirly thing on her eye instead. Ooh, that's an idea. If I can't find a big eye, I might come back and put a swirly eye. So I want someone that's bigger than her and sort of front on. Those eyes are going the wrong way, and so is the mouth. That goes the way. You always have something going the wrong way in a magazine. They're too small. They're going the wrong way. So I want front on. Oh, here we. Now these are too big. Oh, can't win today. Oh, this one's better. That one's getting better. That one it might be. Or these two. Which person do I like better? I think I like this person better. Oh, I do like the earrings. So you can get quite a few collage out of a magazine when you get them for 10 cents. I love getting magazines quite reasonably priced. And always ask around your friends and family because they might buy magazines or places that have them, like doctor's offices and hairdressers. You never know that you might get magazines when they're finished with them. What's the worst they can say is no. Okay, I need to cut a little bit off the side. I was having real trouble fussy cutting before because every time I turned the new paper, my wrist didn't like it. Obviously going to outline them. I do like the eyebrows on them. Let's make this a bit better. I always cut them bigger than I think I want them because you can always trim them down. You just can't put them back. Or do I want to take her eyebrows off? Her eyebrows look funny, but I like it. I could use those lips if we want bigger lips on her. That head's a bit turned too. Maybe we want this lips here. I'm just going to cut these lips out. I like pasting different things together for the lips. Now, do I want straight lips or do I want curved lips? Like straight cut. Let's start with straight cut and let's cut it down. I think I want them sort of fussy cut, but not really fussy cut, if that makes sense. And they'll blend in a bit more. The square was standing out. I'm sorry, when I fussy cut sometimes I have to be quite close. For anyone that's new to my channel, I do have a bit of low vision. I'm allowed to drive a car. I don't know whether I like the lips. Lips and no head. No, I like the eyes because I'm going to do something funky with the eyelashes. What do I like? Or does it just make it look too weird? I think the lips make it look too weird, but I like those lips, so I'll keep them for something else. So I'm going to stick the eyes down. We're not procrastinating tonight. We're just sticking and plonking. I can procrastinate a lot and not stick anything down. But tonight we are sticking and plonking. If it looks right, it is going down. Bring that across a bit more. The advantage of using a glue stick is you've got a little bit of room to stick, to slide it if you want to. Now, do we want anything else out of here? No, this little bucket off to the side to put all the bits that I don't want. I actually do like her face, so I might keep her face before I throw this bit of paper out. And I'm just wondering if I want her hand. I like her hand. I'm going to sort of start keeping a Ziploc bag of hands and faces and things, and when I've got too many, I just won't keep them anymore. As I'm just starting off collecting stuff like that and organising them, I don't mind collecting them. Okay, now we want to play with our words. Wonder World. Actually, by using the words, that's going to cover up the bits of the arm that I had to fix. Ooh, that will work. Okay, so let's cut these out. So I like the words going up and down. Yes, I could always go and type words on my computer and print them out, or print out labels, or shock horror, handwrite, but I sometimes like using things from the magazines. It sort of makes you use things that are found, and instead of going and making them. This will go over here. I'm wondering if I want to cut the letters up in between to give them a bit of space, or whether I leave them in a strip. Let me cut this one out and we'll see what we're doing. So I like using these small embroidery scissors to fussy cut, except my daughter's rabbits got to them the other day, and now they're a little chewed. So they're a bit hard to hold on to. But I like the small tipness of them, like the metal bit, but I don't like the handle bit because I've got big fat fingers. So I'd like to find a pair of scissors that have a fine tip and then big handle scissors. Got my eye on some Tim Holtz ones. I just haven't got around to it yet, to purchasing them. Underworld. Do I want to take that white? That white is too much. Oh, we're going to do it now because we have snipped one, so we're going to have to snip them all. I can still cover up her elbow. I think I do like them. They are too straight. Sometimes if you have something too straight on your page and the rest not so straight, it can look funny. See how that world looks a whole lot better than the Wonder? Looks a bit more spaced out. So it's fun to just cut random. I thought something moved up there. It's nice to cut random letters out of the magazines as well and do like a ransom note, as they call it, with all different letters. So often big letters and letters that I can cut apart like this, I will grab and put in my envelopes. I'm going to bring some of these over a little. Alexis, my daughter's good at doing that. She'll take random Wonder. Bring these down a bit. She takes random words from magazines and makes these whole big complete sentences. I have to get her to do some art journaling with us again. We've been busy lately. Busy doing not a lot, but busy doing stuff. so let's stick those down. So I'm going to stick, usually like to start with the middle so I can sort of space them out. Yes, busy doing a lot, but not busy doing much art lately. Been busy with work and home life, just busy, busy, busy. And I can't believe it's July already. It's like, where did the first 6 months of this year go? Last year flew by. First couple of months were a bit, with COVID, were a bit slow. But once I got into doing monthly online events, the year just flew by because I just get one done and then I have to almost start prepping for the next one. Kept me busy though. When all our craft shows were cancelled last year, a few of them have been cancelled this year too or rescheduled, so just have to go with the flow. Hoping to get back and do a bit more on this channel. I've been filming a lot for work and that takes up a lot of time in editing, and then it's like, oh, do I want to film another video? Haven't crafted a lot for myself. This is probably the first thing I've done for myself in months, which I want to get back to doing stuff for myself, just taking time out and just playing. I love working and I love doing stuff with my website and teaching classes and stuff, but then you have to play with a specific product. I've lost the lid of my glue. Here I can just play with anything and just have fun. So what I might do is stick that bit down that I've just pulled up. What I might do is leave this actually overnight, it's getting quite late here, and come back to it in the morning or late tomorrow night again when I've done everything else I need to do in life. Oh, this piece is coming up too. So I'm going to go check everything's stuck down properly. And I'm going to leave it overnight because if I bring Posca pens or paint pens in, I've got wet glue around. It doesn't like, the paint pens and stuff don't like to go over the wet glue. Got a few wrinkles up here, but I really don't care. Didn't get a lot of these edges, did I? Jeez. Not real good with gluing tonight. Just giving all these edges a bit of a flick. They usually come up if they're going to come up. So that one is ready for line work. The line work part of it really relaxes me and I really enjoy doing that part of it. So I will film all of that because that is fun to see. But I will try to keep editing out or pausing the video when it's boring stuff like cutting and stuff. Really liking that. At the moment it looks a bit plain, but when you go and add the line work, like to this one, it really brings it alive. It doesn't take much. Well, this one's probably a bit over the top, and sometimes I do a bit over the top. This one's got wording in the background just to add something, but I might just do some stenciling, open stenciling. So you can see sort of the difference between them. That last step with doing the line work really brings them alive, even just outlining all the blocks and stuff. So that is the next step I've got to do. I should actually do a few in my book and have them ready for line work when I am out and about waiting on Miss Alexis at different places. I could pull my book out and just sit there and do line work. But then I can't film it for you. So there's a pro and a con for doing that. We'll see. Okay. I will attach the next video onto this one when I come and do this line work tomorrow. I think all these bits are stuck down now. I don't think I'll find any more that will come up, and I'll find a stencil to do just some open stenciling in the background. I think that'll be done. Could have done the open stenciling first, but sometimes when I'm doing this, I can easily do it around the images. That's not an issue. If I was going to paint, I would paint first, but just because I'm going to do some open stenciling or some journaling like this one, I leave it to last. Okay. I'll leave that for now and be back when I do all the line work, or do the line work with you. Can't wait to do some circles and stuff on here and do a bit of Zentangling and make it look really, really cool. So I'm back with the completed page. I ended up doing the line work while I was waiting on a telehealth phone call in the waiting room, so I didn't get a chance to film it. It's a bit boring to watch me just put lines on things anyway, so I'll just explain what I've done. So I've used a Posca paint pen, 1MR, which is a very fine tip with a bit of metal on it. and then a 1M, which is more like a bullet tip. So I use that for the larger areas. So with the smaller one, I outlined all my pieces of paper, magazine collage, and especially where they overlap, and I did a little bit on her dress to define it. So as you can see, the eyes, I outlined around the eyes, outlined the chin and the neck. It just makes it stand out. Some more outlined around the letters, and it just finishes it off. And then I wanted to do something in the background, which I should have done before I did my magazine collage, but sometimes I work backwards. So I'll just bring that up so you can see that a bit closer with all the line work. Sorry about the glare, it's just the magazine page. And I used one of my new stencils in my scrapbooking and craft website. The link is below. This is our hand-drawn circles, and all I did was did some random circles in the background. I was going to do some journaling, but then I decided no, my stencil was nearby. I had it out from another project, so I thought, why not? So that is the page done. I'm determined to finish off things that are unfinished at the moment, and this one has been hanging around for a while. I almost forgot I did it until I was flicking through my videos and found some videos that were not found the videos to the start of this page. So I'll put all these videos together and pop this up for you to watch. Thank you very much, and I can't wait to get back into magazine collage. I have not done it for ages. I've sort of been not crafting a lot this year in 2022. Hoping to rectify that now that life is settling down a bit more. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll put some photos at the end for you because it is very hard to see with the glare. Bye for now.